let's touch this choice versus disease. You know, there ain't nobody going to win against me because the majority is overweight, which is a choice. That's not a disease. Refusing to listen to your doctor to tell you to start eating better or there's going to be consequences is a choice. That's not a disease. That's a choice to continue eating shit food and living a horrible lifestyle. It's a choice to keep depending on the medications that are not meant to be for the human anatomy, that are meant to be under the influence. See, those are choices, yet the way that I think, that's a disease that none of y'all can even, you can't identify that. Because see, obesity is a choice, but you have to look at the disease that creates obesity. You know, if 70% of the nation is on opiates and antidepressants, listen to this number. 70% of the nation is either on opiates or antidepressants, and 50% of that number is on both. Both. Okay? People commit suicide from antidepressants. We already know the opiates. That's those two. We're not talking about benzos that wipe more people out, methadone. Well, that's a choice. See, you don't research the brain. You don't research this right here. Y'all just spout off at the mouth and send me videos of guys going, yeah, yeah. But see, you're not a professional. None of y'all are. Even the professionals ain't. See, when that right there gets hit over and over, even the doctor here has prescribed it's legal. Come on. Now it's introduced to the brain, a foreign substance that's not meant for the brain. And then over time, the brain becomes dependent upon that substance, sort of like the food become obese, which is a choice. No, it's not. It's a disease because these people prescribing the medications don't know the severity of the situation, just like the sugars and modified foods for the obesity. The ones up top know exactly what all this shit is doing. The sugars, the kids, eating all the candy and everything, getting cavities at young ages. Who the hell benefits from that? The dentist and orthodontist and everything. Braces and all that. We have to flood the market because we're going to make as much money as we can. We're going to create every kind of addiction there is out there. Oh, and we're going to make them blame all the addicts and alcoholics. Because see, an addict, let me say, we're going to blame all the pill heads and alcoholics. See, we're not talking about food addictions or Facebook addictions or social media addictions or game addictions. I mean, is that if you're not doing something positive, then that's a choice. It's also a disease. You've allowed your brain over time to be just consumed with hate for yourself that you created within yourself, and now you come out and say, nope, everybody else around me, I'm right, I'm good. Cancer, people talk about cancer ain't a choice. No, it ain't. Cancer was created. That's hard to believe, ain't it? See, y'all can't think hard enough because your brain is consumed with everything worldly. What exactly are all these power lines putting off? What exactly is all these 5G, all these towers that's tied in everywhere? What exactly is going to happen to me if I eat a little Debbie every day out of that plastic baggie for 5 years? I might catch some kind of cancer. You know, and people will get mad. And people are like, yeah, it's just normal. It is not normal that 1 out of 5 kids that get cancer die. That's horrible. So why can't we step back as society and say, what is going on? They blame it on us and everything else. We didn't do anything. And see, they're winning. I'm the one out here saying, listen, we've been lied to, and everybody and their brother says, you're a fucking idiot. People believe in the Christian doctrine that don't even worship God, don't even know what Saul did to Paul, murdering Christians, and then you believe that story? but you can't believe a man came from the hospital bed and worked his nuts off? You can't believe that, can you? Nope, because you would have to change everything in your life. That's too much, though, to deny self. See, that's a choice, denying self and finding the answers instead of saying it's a disease, it's a choice, or whatever. If you look hard enough, it will find you. It'll hit you. And you'll be like, wow. You know, none of this stuff was created for us as being natural. None of it. None of this stuff. And we are falling head over heels into every bit of it. Babies born with vaccines. It's serious. And then their job is this: get on the news, spread all this crap. We've got measles, we got everything. Scare them, get them in there. You know, every time a story pops up, kids go in there. Y'all don't understand that. They push everything. Why do we have patents on Ebola? Why would you create something? We got to counter it. And it's like, no, we don't. We shouldn't have it. We shouldn't have all this garbage everywhere that's destroying everything, including humanity and society. And see, the alcohol, it should be flipped around. Alcohol and cannabis should be flipped. Alcohol should be illegal. It should be. Cannabis and hemp should be legal. It should be structured, and it should be, the same way that alcohol sort of is. Because the numbers don't lie, guys. See, the way they know that plant opens up in a professional medical way. That plant, whatever it is that you've got cancer or whatever it is that you're going through, will heal you. Whether it's hemp, CBD, indica, sativa, whatever, when you look into it and you talk to somebody in the legal states about the medicine and replace that shit with the garbage, you'll be amazed. Because they know, set in the industry, the work industry, well, we can't allow them to do that. Let's just let them drink. Because in this literature that I have, it talks about alcohol. Destroys the soul just like sex. Destroys it more than anything. And these same people over here are the same ones that's within all this. And they talk about alcohol. You will never get to the light with that. And what are we? Alcoholic nation. Growing up, what? Drink alcohol. Drink it, drink it, drink it. Just because you can quit certain things don't mean somebody else can. Well, why can't I? It's being pushed everywhere. Everywhere. Every gas station here in America, when you drive by, every window's full of something alcohol. Every one of them. Or cigarettes. Something. Nothing positive. It's all negative. And the same ones bitching saying it's a choice or not, a disease or whatever, don't even look at the signs everywhere. You can't even look at it and say, wow, these kids really don't have a chance. They see that shit, see all the athletes pouring wine and champagne on them and everything, and that's by design. They do it. Why can't I do it? Then, because they know that within us, we're going to get hooked on something. Down the road, we'll get hooked on something. Whatever it is. You can say it's a choice, a disease. It is what it is. Okay? But until you and we can start looking in every direction, in every avenue. What's bad is going through school zones before school and seeing big-ass beer trucks just coming through, Because, see, the alcohol creates horrible DUIs, bad car wrecks, deaths, all kinds of stuff, rapes, everything, domestic violence, domestic abuse, domestic verbal abuse. People get in serious trouble. They lose relationships, they lose their marriages, they lose kids, they lose everything over alcohol. But yet it's legal. There's nothing wrong with that. And the insane thing is to know that we can create 100,000 properties with those plants. More. And nobody will even look into it. Your cancer, your whatever it is you're going through will get better with it. With whatever it is. The oil, the rub, whatever. Because that's what we did for thousands of years. The pharmaceutical industry ain't been around but what, I don't know, 200 years? Full blown now. Do the math. Let's look at a timeline. We got through history with those plants. Every civilization, every culture had it. Now we've had, compared to how long we've been here, you can't even put a piece of paper in there from the pharmaceutical industry. Yet so many people are making money from it, they can't even see it because they have the greed spirit. It's what it is. And I don't care. It doesn't matter who it is that says it's a choice or it's a disease. We all have something that we cannot quit, and that makes it a disease. Because our brain cannot, the signal is way too strong, so powerful that it's a compulsion. It's an irresistible urge to do something against one's own conscious wishes. It's what that is. And until we get help and we identify that for what it is, then we ain't never going to get better. And the main thing is to not be afraid. You can't be afraid to step out there. Because admitting having a problem is the main thing. And the people that do them videos bashing that, well, I love all of them. But we're going to make it a race. How about that? We're going to see who's standing at the top at the end of this whole damn shebang thing. We're going to see. And as my word, if I ever fall off, you will know it. I will be honest. But nope, ain't coming. That ain't coming. But with the society that we live in, it's so easy to fall into traps. And it is. And truthfully, everything's traps. It's meant to pull us in and to keep us away from thinking for ourselves. And that's why a lot of people can't get it. Most people don't. Anyways, love you.